Good evening, everybody. How are we? Can you tell I've just been recording and that 3 minutes 51 seconds went super fast and I didn't get it all done in time. Let me just check the chat. Oh, you're all here. You're all here already. Oh my goodness. 111 got here in 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Oh, let me just pop these away. And I'll come and say hello to everybody. We've got a busy night tonight. We've got a very busy night. I'm going to demo tonight. Where did I put the package? I'm going to have to put it over there. I put the package away and I didn't put anything in it. We've got a very busy night tonight. We are going to be doing quite a bit of crafting, actually. And I think it's really important, as I've said to you before, that now we've got a lot of goodies in our stash. We're going to go back and we're going to look at some of them because a lot of these are now being discontinued. So we've got, as Lisa Horton Crafts, we've got 5 years, well, close to 6 years of product, really. And we had, I can't tell you the amount of SKU numbers we had on the website, we just have to get rid of some of them. It's actually unruly for Notions, our distributor, and everybody else who purchases from us. So we just need to kind of not get rid of stuff, but discontinue it. Who's to say it won't come back in the future? But for now, anyway, that's the plan. So, good evening. Hello, I am Lisa from the brand Lisa Horton Crafts, and it's a pleasure to have your company. Just checking that my mic's working, and yes, it is. So as I say, it's going to be a busy one tonight. Tonight, we say hello to everybody as always. I know, I say it every week now. If you want to get your coffee, if you want to get your glass of wine, if you don't want to hear the chat, but I do like to say hello to you all. And then we will crack on with the Friday night deals and the demos. We've got 10 amazing deals for you. Now, what you'll see with the deals is stuff that is being discontinued. And I'm sorry to say, some of them I don't want to discontinue, but I've got to. Some of them when I was up at Crafters TV, some of them were close to my first launch, some of them were last year. So it isn't a case of oldest first, it's a case of what I've got most of and what I need to move. Okay, so let's say hello to you all first of all. So good evening, Christine Dyer, Helen McLaughlin, Debbie Etheridge, Julie McIntosh, Lynn Lampard, Alex Alden. Blimey, it's going fast. Hang on. I missed loads of you. Goodness me, literally. Pat Harmer, Kate Willie, Ross B, Primrose Gibson, Jean from Calgary, Jean Bodnarchuk. Have I got that right? Sorry, it's my very focals and I've got to try and find the mid vision because my laptop's over there. Anyway, a very warm welcome from Calgary in Canada. Good evening, Carol Bye. As I said, Primrose Gibson, Fedugina's lovely. Oh, now let me see if I can say it. Labvakar Drawi. Labvakar Drawi. If I said that right, tell me I've said it right. Does that mean how's it going? Labgavar Drawi. I'm going to try and see if I can remember that for next week. Hi, Jane Taplin, Julia Weed, and Nancy Johnson from Northeast Ohio. And it's hot, is it? Very nice, very nice. Good evening, Jenny Ranger, and Joanne Smith, and Lorraine Gower, and Linda Walker, and hello, Rob. Hello, Viv Redditch. Carol Bye. How's your spreadsheets, Carol? See, look, I'm getting to know all of you. I'm getting to know most of you. Well, not all of you, but I'm getting to know most of the names here. Crafting Diva. I mean, Lily was packing orders today, and she said so-and-so. So I went, oh, yeah, is that? She was saying first names, and I was saying the second names, or she was saying the second name, and I was saying the first name. It's funny, isn't it? Because I've got to know all of you. Good evening, Soraya, Sonia Goodlet. Sorry about the varies. I hope I've got it right. Lisa Armitage, Jan Wholesome, Rebecca Thompson, Emma Phillips. I am missing a few in between. Unfortunately, there's so many of you already, 153 already. So we need to get cracking tonight. Deborah Mackey, hello Lisa, Danny and everyone. Linda Baisley, Jane Hull, 49 days. So if you don't know what 49 days, I'm assuming I've got this right. 49 days till the retreat. 49 days. I've just ordered all your pin badges as well. So you got good good goodie bags coming, and they're lovely. They're lovely. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, good evening, Shirley Wilson. Mary Lewis, Sean Quill McLean, Chris Wally, Andrea Withington, like to share on Facebook. Hello, E. Miller from Michigan. Lovely to have your company. Nan Campbell, Patricia Al Hassani. We were talking yesterday about the schedule for the workshops. I'll tell you a bit about the workshops in a minute as well. Jennifer Casista, apologies, Jennifer. Loads of you here tonight. Janet Fellows loves the demos. We're going to be getting into demos 100%. Debbie Etheridge, let's have a look. There's loads of you. I don't want to keep saying everybody. Just people maybe I've missed. Deanna Brace, good to have your company. Mrs. Boardman from South Yorkshire, welcome. And Joanne, you're testing me now, Joanne, aren't you? Joanne Drozdowski. I'm doing that in a British accent. Please tell me if I've got that right, from New Jersey. And Debbie Kern-Suma from WA State. And Hannah, oh, look at you. There's so many of you. Goodness gracious me. I don't know. It's Laurie Gateman, who's in Laurie, you the Netherlands. Is it Netherlands? You are Europe, though. You're Europe. Tracy Costello. May I request for the bulb peonies to be reordered? Now, if you want something reordered, Rebecca, as you're here, my darling, could you do me a favour and push that post to the top of the group so we can add the bulb peonies to it? So yeah, we're compiling a list of things we need to reorder. Now, the reorder will take place in September. It won't be August. Nothing gets ordered in August. It is our end of year, okay? So we have to clear as much as we can to start again in September. All right, so never fear. We've already got the bold phrases on there, and there was a couple of other things as well. And Michelle DeWorth, welcome. Right, so, I mean, I'm not even anywhere near the bottom. Jason Ansell's drinking Coke Zero on his balcony. Very nice. And Jeannie, is it Jean or Jeannie? Or Janie? Or Jane? Loisel, honestly, my glasses are so dreadful that I can't get the distance right. Apologies. So if I've said it wrong, I hugely apologize, from Ontario in Canada. Right. Fedegina wants a goodie bag. Well, Helen Woodley, it's only 49 days for the retreat. It's going to be incredible. It really is. Jackie Roberts, Evening Lisa and Friends, Angie Kima. There's tons of you here. Wow, tons of you. So sorry. Hi, Tina Foster. Right, Debbie DeBose, a good afternoon. And I'm going to stop there. Right. So first of all, let's talk retreat, and then we will get into discounts and sale products and all sorts of goodness. So the retreat is 49 days away. So for those who don't know, it's down here on the south coast in the UK. It's in Eastbourne, and we have 2 days cram-packed full of crafting. There's going to be myself, Paola Pasquale, who does Paola Creates, with these beautiful boxes, and the things like the gorgeous, let me grab them, the thrifty boxes. So if you recognize the packaging but you don't know who I mean, that's Paola, especially if you are across the pond. But Paola will be there demonstrating those and other things. Catherine Sturrock, who does our mixed media. So you might get a little bit messy with Catherine, but generally it's not too much for a messy day. And then we've got the lovely Claire Newcomb, who does all the lives on our YouTube channel. Well, not all of them, but a lot of the lives on the YouTube channel, and she's live every week. She's got a bit of time off at the moment, but she will be back. But yeah, Claire Newcomb, a very talented crafter as well. Very, very beautiful colour, style and palette and everything. So that's one to look forward to. Now, the schedule has been, we're kind of getting close to the schedule, but we've decided that we're going to give you a good time to craft, a good time to break, a good time to shop. We've got our own Dan Bancroft who's going to be there. We're going to have a crafty bingo. We're going to have raffles and prizes. Going to meet in the bar in the evening. Should you want to, you don't have to. So we're going to be doing all of that. And the classes are going to be at least, 2 hours each. So, we're not limiting it to 1 hour, then you move to another table and try and get too many in one day. Your brain gets overloaded. It really does. So we're going to rotate. So it could be me and Paola, or what you do on the Saturday. And then on the Sunday, you do Catherine and Claire, or you might find you're on a different table and you just rotate. The venue is stunning. And when you look out of the window, they're all round tables as well, so you're not down the end of a table somewhere. All beautiful round tables, and every window has a view. So if you can get here, if you are able, honestly, you really will love it. Jane Taplin is in the garden watching. I did amazing saying your name. Did I say, is it Jean? Is it Jeannie, which one did I get right? So I don't get it wrong next time. We don't need to bring messy clothes because there's something for you to wear as well. Just saying. Bit long around the neck on me. It's like it starts about here on me because I'm so short. But lots of you are taller. But you can pin it back with your pin badge if it's too short, can't you? Or too long. Anyway, so hello Tina Penna from Manitoba in Canada. My friend Erin Stewart is from Manitoba. She's just been over to visit me as well. Okay, QQQ, I have to ask you. Right, question. So this is crafty questions now. So Kate Willie, QQ, so sorry to have to ask. Can you use the same stencil brushes that I have on my blending inks and use the same on the colour shift? No. This is actually a really important question, and I do get asked this a lot. Colour shift ink, let me bring one in, and blending ink, okay, are two different beasts. So in theory, we've got three different beasts. I mean, we have metallic and we have interference. Now, yes, you can use the same brush for those. You absolutely can. They've kind of got the same base to them in that they're a little bit more oily. And you're going to get the shimmer. Whatever you do, you're going to have shimmer on those brushes. You can try to get rid of it, but it's never going to go. So don't worry about mixing those two. Blending, keep blending brushes for blending inks. I mean, we've got so many blending inks. Just keep a brush for that. Colour shift, you're probably thinking because they're a matte finish, you can do it. But because they have the shimmer in them, you're going to run in all sorts of trouble because say you use a colour shift and then you wipe your brush off and you go and put it, obviously not the same colours, you go and put it into your blending ink. You're still going to have the shimmer that's coming through from that. So brushes for blending ink on their own, brushes for colour shift on their own, metallic and interference mixed to your heart's content. Absolutely. If you don't mind contaminating your ink pads or having a little bit of shimmer coming out on your blending ink, then you can use a brush, but I don't necessarily advise it if you want to keep your inks kind of true to form. Right, I do hope that makes sense. Now let me pop this one back. Sorry, I'm showing you my lovely shorts. It's very hot here today, so I'm in my shorts as well tonight. Let me go down and see if I've got any more questions. A slower pace would be good. I've been to others that are so fast. No, it's honestly, it isn't going to be fast paced. Hello, Leslie from British Columbia. Oh, and Anne from the Netherlands. Welcome. And Sherry from Salt Lake, Utah City. You are all over the globe tonight. Maura Keller. I haven't seen your name for a while. Thank you for joining me tonight. Right. Please make sure you like and share. So tonight we're going to do something a little bit different in that there's going to be £5 credited to your account should you be chosen as a winner. Danny's having a nightmare. Some of the parcels aren't arriving, especially if they go across the pond and to Australia and other places. People are just not getting them sometimes. So if we can give you a £5 gift voucher, which will allow you to spend on the website, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to try it to see if that makes life any easier for you. So please make sure you like and share. Hello, Brenda, Mason, Roma from Texas. Welcome. Can I ask, do you ever use your wonder brushes? Yes, I do use my wonder brushes. Wonder brushes, which is the big ones with the black heads, which are in my TV bag. So I don't want to keep turning my head because I need to get my roots done and my hair is up. Oh, here they are. Your Wonder brushes are going to give you a softer finish. Wonder brushes, blending ink, not interference. Some people do. I don't like the fact that I don't think it gives you a smooth blend on interference when you use these brushes. When you use your stencil brushes, you get a much better finish. Blending, I'll use one of these tonight and I'll show you the difference between using a blending brush and using one of our stencil brushes. Okay, so we'll do that tonight as well. Got loads to do. And hello Sandy from New Jersey. Hawaiian brat, liked and shared. I do love all these names. Susan Goodrow, hey lady, love the videos. Orders into notions. That's great. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Right, hello crafty Becky. Right, so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to get into demo now, and we're going to have a look at all the products, and I'm going to get you to tell me the first thing you would like demoed, even if we're just cutting something, even if you just see how it looks when we cut it. So let's start. Right, where shall I start? Let me start here. So I'm going to flick you to camera 4. And we're going to start looking at sale. Now here, can you see here, you've got a QR code. If you scan that QR code, it will take you to the category where we've got the Friday night deals. So if you're a club member, you'll still get your club points. Absolutely, always get your club points. Hello, Erica from Johannesburg, South Africa. Erica, I lived in South Africa for a year. I lived in Parkhurst. Do you know it? Hello, Cheryl. Lovely to have your company. And I used to shop in Santon with a big fountain in the middle. Tell me if you know any of these places. And I used to like going to, was it Rustenburg? And I can't say it. Let me just say it. Hartbeespoort Dam as well. I know that wasn't in Joburg, but I love South Africa. I love it. Anyway, let's go back. Right. So Fedugina, yes, there's lots of goodness coming. Deals galore. So this has been discontinued. I tell you here and now, and I can tell you, Danny checked there are 18 of these, and I know exactly how many there are of everything. So if you want this, grab it. So when I show all of them to you, then tell me what you'd like to see. So I'm going to open every single packet and show you what they are. Now, look at the size of this. Let me get my T ruler out so I can measure for you. This is just ridiculously beautiful. I know those places. Christine, you're from South Africa, so and you know the places. Wow. Does a frame. You've no idea how to like and share. Give me a love heart. Put a comment. Do something, and that's good enough for me. Okay, because I know it's difficult for some people. Right. Okay. Let's move this down. Huge dies. These are absolutely beautiful. Now, what do you get? First, we get this outside cutting edge. This one is 14.5 centimeters, 5.75 inches. Okay. And then, hi, Mandy Jane Burton. Lovely to see you. Sorry I missed you when I came to town. Oops. And then we have the next die. Now, this die allows you to cut into your card or cut out of your card. So you literally place that inside and you can cut those out and you just get a frame. Okay. Carol By doesn't know how she'd manage without a T ruler now. Suggest to Danny to have your wedding in Johannesburg. Honestly, I love that country. The scenery is ridiculously beautiful. So there we go. There's those two. Right. Now, the next one sits in the middle, which allows you to cut out. So you can cut into your card and then have an aperture, should you want to. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Anne Waters, do you have a supplier in the Netherlands for Lisa's products? Yeah, that would be interesting if you can answer that, because the problem is I don't know. We don't know where everybody purchases from, because Notions distribute for us. It's not something that they tell us. They allow you, the retailers, to shop, and they can shop from over 460 stores around the globe. Where they all are, I do not know. Then the next die is here, so you can cut out a ton of stuff. So look, straight away, beautiful on its own, on its own, on its own, on its own, mix them together. And then you get the heart in the middle as well. Okay, so now you can cut that into the card. So that was going to cut out and leave you the aperture inside. However, you have the next layer down, which is going to allow you to make a little frame. Hi, Pia from Barbados. Oh, welcome. Goodness me, there's a lot of you around tonight. Thank you for joining me. So you've got, see what I mean? There are so many options. That cuts out here. We go down even further. So we could pop that in there for now. Let's pop that in there. And we'll pop that one on the outside. So there's kind of one way of using it as well. There's your smaller version. This is your one if you want to cut inside and cut that as a frame. And then you've got this cute one as well, which cuts these out. And then you've got the center to cut that out as well. So you could literally matte and layer all of these if you wanted to. So look at all that metal for your money. So this is a discontinued one. I think this is a silly price as well. So if you are interested, that's the first one. Okay. It does a cute frame, but it does so much more. So I'm just going to pull that off the desk while I pop this one back in the pack. Okay. Based on that, we also have, let me bring this in because I adore this, the square version. Now the square version does very similar. Deborah, if you just go to the website, if you don't know QR codes, the QR code is here if you want to scan with your phone. But if you're on your phone, I would say just go to the website and type and go to the category Friday Night Live. Okay. Oh yeah, Deborah. Yeah, and then the next one we have is this one. So you've got the square version. I won't take this off, but you've got the square version. You've got the outside edge. You've got the one that cuts in, the one that cuts out, and then you've got your nested layer that does the same thing all the way down to this tiny little heart in the middle. All right. So measure this one. Same size, it's just under 5 3/4 inches, 15 centimeters for the largest one. So if you are looking for a larger die, definitely so beautiful. Oh no, I'm going to leave that out for a minute. There's a reason why I'm leaving it out. Now there is a second style of this on the website, but it's not on sale. This one is on sale. So this is the For You die, Inset Square Duo. There is a second one, and I can't remember the name of it. Honestly, I would definitely look at the other one. You're saving a lot of money on this one anyway. And then this one is just overkill on the packages. Things like this, it's like it's overkill on the packaging. So it takes up a lot of space, and the packaging color change, and so many reasons for doing these kind of things. Now, these, just the best thing ever. So these are going to be good for your small cards, your large cards. I don't know if they'll fit on Paola's Thrifty box. I might look in a minute. So you get your flower with a die, which is an inset die. So it doesn't have an outside cutting edge. All right. But it sits in the middle of this square. So it sounds silly, but you can. I'm going to have to take it apart a little bit. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So you can either use that one to make yourself a little frame, or you can literally cut this out and have it inset into the, the big frame. All right. Hiya, Lorraine. So honestly, Honestly, just so cool. So these two, you've got for you and you've got the flower. So they both of those sit inside the square, but you can use them on their own. Now, I think there was something like 11. Oh, I think it might have been 11 or something. There's not big numbers of anything. That's all I can tell you. But I just want, this will clear quite a lot of space for us in terms of wall space for all the new goodness coming in. All right, there we go. So that's the next one. I'll put this one away. It's so heavy, these as well. Pop that one away. And then the next one we have, so that's 3. And then this. Oh, let's do this one. Does anyone, this is just stunning. Oh my goodness. Oh, thanks, Lorraine. So these are 3x3. So they should fit in the thrifty boxes. Hello, Danny.
Hello.
Did you want me?
No.
Oh, right. He's just checking in.
Just make sure you're okay.
Oh, to make sure I'm okay. Well, a bit late if I wasn't, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure Lily would have told me.
Oh, yeah. Right. So the next one we've got is this one, which is your large frame traditional rose. Now, this measures 145mm by 145mm. Look at that. The size of that. Paper piece. This is ridiculously beautiful. Okay, I can't sit in paper piece tonight, guys, but, I think the team probably have some of these in their images somewhere, so I'm sure you'll see some of these start to float around. So the largest die is 14.5 centimetres, okay? Inches wise, we've got 5 3/4 again. And then you've got your matte and layer, but you have this die, which is an inset die. So again, no outside cutting edge, and that measures 5 1/4 inches. So if you've got a 6x6 card, that will fit on perfectly, okay? Sarah Nielsen, yes, this has been a very, very strenuous process for my head. I'm not liking it one little bit. They say to me, right, we're going to discontinue that. And I go, they say, right, well, what about this? And I'll look and I go, but I really like that. Yes, but when was the last time you used it? Well, I'm really busy, but I like that. Right. And they lay them down and go, which ones? 50-50, what you're keeping, what you're getting, putting in the sale. And I'll go, oh, and then, yeah, it's not easy. I love everything I do. So, hi, Imra from South Carolina. Welcome. Lovely to have your company. So here we go. So that's the beautiful, beautiful traditional rose. Now, actually, before we do anything, that makes a great stencil. What a great stencil. And then you could die cut this and in black and put it over the top. Stunning, just stunning. So if you are on the fence, definitely love that. I'm sure many of you will have it because that was on TV and it was very successful. But, it's got to go. Right, I keep doing this and sighing. I mean, why they made me get rid of this one? I don't think they should make me discontinue anything. It is Imra. It's a gorgeous die. And hello, Kathy Rayners. Welcome from Nevada. This one I love as well. Look at that. This one you just literally need to break apart. Look at these little leaves. I mean, they are beautiful. I know it is a 50-50 phone a friend, isn't it? Problem is, we love everything you do. Don't make me get rid of it then. That's what I keep saying to Danny. And he says, stop whining. Do you think I would ever whine? I go, oh no, but I really like that. Don't say it in that voice. Stop whining. Which ones? Which ones are going? I'm like, that one. And then I get the hump. Carol, do I keep one of everything? Well, I try to, but there are things like, sorry, I'm going to come back a minute. We did this release, which was 3D embossing folders. They were DL and they were an alphabet. And sorry, I've still got a really, my ears were bad before. My bad ear has come back terribly. I've got to go back to the doctors. This alphabet we did embossing folders, layering stencils and dies, and it was very expensive. It was about £250 for the set, and I kept a set, but we then discontinued it. And what happened was people were saying, have you just got one? Have you just got this letter or that letter? I really need this. And I ended up saying that I haven't, but I've got my own set, and I ended up giving bits of my own set away to the point of I haven't even got one of that one left, not even one, which I'm gutted about. Okay, yeah, I think Lynn, I'm a bit of a squirrel. I don't want to get rid of anything, especially when it's crafting goodies. So this is a really useful one. So you literally bend, take them off, and then you can use them, or you can run them all through at once. What I would say is, because there's so much detail in this one, I would be inclined, especially this one, possibly to separate. Okay, so that's that one. I hate parting with stuff. I genuinely do. Now we're on to some layering stencils, and you're gonna know I love these. You're gonna know it. I don't know why I have to get rid of this. Well, I do know why I have to get rid of this, and I have to because we haven't got any more of the embossing folder, and we have to order a minimum of 100. Okay, so he said no. He said no. How can he say no? Only because I've got 200 and what's the latest embossing folder? 280 something embossing folders. No, it isn't. It's 291 because I've just done 2026 Year in Bloom. There you go. Yeah, so I love this. This, such a beautiful stencil as well. So again, you don't have to use some of these edges. You can just use the flower. Absolutely stunning, but it's going. All right. I remember the alphabet. We had to send them back. Yeah. Gee, but they literally, the poor ladies who did all this work had to send me the letters back, and I couldn't give them every letter. So one person would have, Valerie, do you even remember what letters you had? They just had like a random A, F, G or something. They all had random letters, and a random stencil. It literally cleared me out. It does make me think about bringing it back, but it's such an expensive thing to bring back, and I have to bring in. It would cost me thousands to do it. It was that busy that it was my best ever show on Create and Craft. I literally smashed it on the TV, but then honestly, I just couldn't afford to get any more because it was so expensive to bring in. But it was amazing. It was amazing. Right. So yeah. So then there's this one. So these are your layering stencils. Obviously, we don't have the die, and obviously we don't have the folder. But do you know what? I don't always care about that. This one, you could trim down one edge and have it as an edger. You can have this on your card that way as well. I do so many things with stencils and don't emboss them, so I wouldn't worry about that either. The next one, I love this. This wasn't even on the website until today. So the Modern Florals layering stencil, the button blooms. So you get in here these gorgeous, this is an A6 set. I mean, this is a silly price for these. These aren't even that old really, and they're going. And that's because the rest of the Modern Florals kit isn't available, and I have to order the whole kit again. So these are going to, that's literally how I had to make my decisions. All right. Oh, it's so useful, that number set, isn't it? Isn't it, Lorraine? Maybe bring the numbers back and not the alphabet. Who knows? I'll have a word with Adam, but he'll tell me off probably. Or maybe we'll do a new set. So yeah, the Modern Florals, this is the layering stencils. It makes a super, super background, okay? And Rebecca's put her letters somewhere safe. I've done that as well. This one, I'm super disappointed to do it for this one. Really disappointed. This was one of our very early embossing folders. It's the Wisteria. I did a video on this, and I did it on black ink with interference when it first came out, and it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. So if you haven't got this one, can I tell you, this is just a delight, okay? It's an absolutely lovely, lovely set. Now, if you want me to demo that one, I can. Well, demo any, whatever you want me to demo. How can he do it to me? I mean, come on. That is a bit whiny, isn't it? I have to say. So hit this. I love this because you can have the frame if you want or not. Or you can just have the flowers if you want or not. It's just lovely. Just beautiful. Oh. Put this year's calendar somewhere safe. Still no idea where it is. Well, it is a bit late now. It's August, Lynn. So there's this one. This is on sale as well. So here, Friday Night Live, if you want to scan the QR code, you can. If not, you can head on over to the website and go to Friday Night Live. And you can then see everything in that category, okay? Very, very lovely as well. Very lovely. The Wisteria is going, Shirley Wilson. I mean, what's the number on the Wisteria? 104. I mean, I can't tell you now what the latest, I mean, what's that one? No, I'm trying to think. Oh, I tell you what I have got. I mean, this is a little bit older, but it's not that old. That's 209. So that's 104. So there's been 105 since that one. That's this is why he's making me do it. Hopefully you understand why. So that's 95 as well. And this one, 67. So these are ones that I really do have to. Isn't the Wisteria beautiful? If you want me to do the Wisteria background, I will do that if you want me to. Okay. And then this has hurt my heart. I'm going to be honest. What I will say about this, we had a little bit of fight about this one. However, this one, there are a handful of embossing folders with the die left. Honestly, there are a handful left. When they're gone, they are gone. And can I do the circles? Right, let me bring that out. So at the moment, we'll do those two. All right, so we've got Wisteria circles. Okay. So honestly, there is so many good things here. You can see this isn't that wasn't very good, so she's getting rid of that. None of this is that. None of it. I mean, they're just gorgeous, aren't they? There's nothing here. Sherry, QQQ, when is the Year in Bloom 2026 coming out? It's coming out at the beginning of the year. I think it's one of our first releases, January 2026. I mean, January can be hit and miss in the craft industry, but I've literally done the packaging for it today. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. There is one of my most favourite flowers in there, which I've never done a embossing folder for, and it's an iris. But whoa, what an iris. It's beautiful. So can you do the rose? Oh my goodness. Right, Wisteria, the rose. Right, so we'll cut the rose out. We'll cut the circle out. We'll emboss the, sorry, I'm holding my drink. Sorry, hi, or we'll catch up later. No worries. We'll do these three. And then the Wisteria last. So I'm going to do it in this order. All right, so let's bring in the die cutting machine. I'll keep your face on for the moment while I get all my bits out. So how is everybody? Have you all... Oh, hello, Kathy Glaze from Eagle Lake. Have you all had a good week? It's been a very busy week here, very busy. We had really, really good shows on TV. So we launched our Spellbinders Christmas collection. It's super successful. It was so lovely. You all absolutely loved it. So thank you so much. Lily and Danny, Jason's had the week off. So Lily and Danny have been doing all the packing of the orders. Lily was doing the website. Danny was doing Hobby Maker. And then he had to help Lily do some of the website and then vice versa. So it's been a very, very busy week, and they threw me out as well. Could you show us how to use the rose as a stencil? Yes, that's what I will do with that one. So now I'm going to bring in my plates. Let's open this one up. Let's do the outsides. Still messing with your ear and Eddie's nose. Oh, bless your hearts. Hello, Don Hibbard. Nice to see you here as well. I didn't see you earlier, I don't think. I missed your comment. So you can see, let me go now to camera 4. This is going to fit beautifully on your platy green. You're loving the colour coordinated cup. Isn't it lovely? I already have my spellbinders. Thank you, Danny. Well, that actually didn't take long at all, did it? Right, now I'm going to bring in, while you're just looking there for a minute, I'm just going to bend down and get my cardstock. I'm just thinking what I've got in the studio. Let me bring, I mean, these aren't going to be the most ideal colours. Oh no, they might be. Let's have a look what we've got. So I'm going to bring in my white core cardstock. You know, I've got the spring and the summer. We've now got vintage. We've now got not pastels. These are the pastels. We've got, we've got loads. We've got Christmas cut. We've got all sorts coming. So this is our white core cardstock. So I'm going to do this outside edge on yellow. Let's do yellow and orange for now. And I move my bits out of the way. So first things first, let's cut the cardstock to size because I'm not going to get that through my machine. And I'm going to do the yellow outside edge. Say that again. Good tip to use bubble wrap beneath your top plate to stop your plates from marking. Oh, I've never heard that before. Something new. Let's have a look here. Cut that around like so. Okay. And then we'll turn that. It doesn't really matter because it's the same on both sides. So we're going to run this through. So just remember, it does fit. It's snug, but it does fit. And then we'll get our top plate over the top. Lisa, you've not taped it down. Now, if I miss a little bit, apologies, because I'm trying not to get my head in the camera. Right, I'm hoping to see your lovely mates and spellbinders next week in the group. Yes, me too, Rebecca. Please make sure you put some your mates in the group. Right, so here's your outside edge, cut beautifully. And then let's cut another one in the orange. So pop that to one side. Okay, and then let's bring in another one. And let's cut this one just like so. So I'm going to do everything live for you guys. Let's put that like that. Honestly, my numbers are going up and down. You lot are shopping. I know you are. I can tell because I can see the exact number for all my streaming services. I can tell who is, because it goes up, down, and then all of a sudden you'll come back and then you'll go again. So just make sure you get what you want. Hi, Julie Hibbard. Don't worry about being late. Deborah, I'm hoping to see a stencil. Yes, you will do. You will do. Ha ha ha. There's some beauties coming. I can't tell you. There are some beauties. So that's that one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have this one as the base. All right. And then all we need to do is make sure you've got some masking tape. Let's pop that back that way. Let's push that up a little bit. I'm trying to keep tidy, but I'm not doing a good job, am I? I don't like the mess. Hang on, let me do that. And move this one out of the way. So let me just show you this one. So now take this one and you can just line it up, all right? Look at that, straight away. Very lovely. So now, obviously, I'm going to be a nightmare because I've got to put my head in the picture otherwise. So we just pop that down, move it over a little bit. Just so if I don't do this perfectly, just don't get cross with me. There we are, I think. I done that one right? Here we are. There is a right and a wrong way for this, by the way. There's a right and a wrong. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Where am I? There we are. There we go. Like so. And then what I do is I put my tape inside. Just inside like that. If it wiggles, honestly, sorry, but you've got more time and you can be careful when you're at home. Right. There we go. Run it through. Now, you'll feel resistance on your machine. Oh, it's because it's not going through. Hang on. Turn it that way a bit. Feel resistance going through. Well, why is that not doing it? Hang on. What have I done wrong? I haven't done anything wrong. Hang on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Going through your machine because there is so much metal here. There you go. You can feel that. You heard that. So if you do struggle, just it's nothing wrong with it. It's a big die and it takes up a lot of space. So here we go. All these bits will pop out. I don't want to flick too many. But you can see they're all coming out very easily. Like so. And that was literally one pass, wasn't it? I didn't even come back. So you take all these out. Oh, let me just move that out of the way for a second. Do it on the desk because it might be easier. And then, so I need to take all those bits off anyway. Let's move that to one side and get my boogie doll. Which one is it? It's going to be, I bet it's on the other one. Yes, it's on the other one. Of course it is. And then it's going to be the last one in it. Yeah, it's the fourth one, honestly. So just take these bits out. Just the little tiny bits. There we go. And then if I've got more around here. Honestly, there's not, if you run it backwards and forwards, it will, all these bits will fall out as well. But considering it's that hefty die and I only did one pass, I'm quite pleased with that. I think I've got most out anyway. So let's just show you now and then pop that. Come on, that's gorgeous, isn't it? This is without even putting the centre on. What an absolute delight of a frame. So there's your frame. Now, obviously, you can cut the centre out if you want to. Let me just show you. Don't throw the little hearts away. No, I know. I was going to say that. You can absolutely paper piece those back in if you wanted to, couldn't you? And then, of course, in there as well, what you've got, let's have a look. You can now, well, we'll do it. Yellow. We'll do those two as well. Actually, do we want that one? Yeah. Okay, so we want, where did I put it again? Hang on. Oh, those three. Oh, Lisa. Right, we're going to do those. Don't need that one. Well, actually, yeah. So if we're going to do it, let's just do it, I suppose. Right, bring these in. Let's keep the colour palette. I'm trying to think what I want to do next. I think I'm going to go back with the yellow next. Let's cut my card up. So I'm going to go yellow for the large one. Yellow for the large one. Then I don't want yellow for the next one. Do I want yellow? Yeah, right, okay. I know where I'm going. So you're going to have to bear with me for the die cutting. Bring that through. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous one. I'll bring that down so you can see it as I'm doing it. And you've got the centre for that bit. So we've done that one. Move that out of the way. Then the next one we'll do orange. So we'll just keep to these two colours for the moment. All right, and let's cut this one out. It doesn't take long at all. And actually, if you pre-plan it, you can fit more than I'm fitting on your machine. All right, let's run that one through. What's the next one? It's this one, isn't it? And will I get that in yellow on here? I will do. So let's come up here. Cut that off. Cut this off. Keep all these pieces because you can use them again. I'm going to do that and then I'm going to come in from the other side just because I can. Oh, no, I'm not going to come in from that side because I can't hold it. No, do you know what I'm doing? I've got it on wonky somehow. Somehow I'm not getting this straight. There we are, look. What am I doing wrong? I'm absolutely doing something wrong here. That's why. Lisa, you're such an idiot. Right, pop that back there. Pop that one back there. I'm not straight at all. There we go. There we go. I'm going to come here. I've got something. What have I got? What have I done wrong? I haven't done anything wrong. Come on. Stop playing silly beggars. That's weird, isn't it? Hang on. No. Have I got another plate I shouldn't have? I'm wondering. No, if I do that, that's not going to be right, is it? Is it? No. What have I picked up wrong here? I picked up something wrong here for sure. I think I'm on the wrong one. Hang on. Let me just grab my other plates. I've got so many here. Let me check. I've done that right. C plate, C plate. Adapter. That's right. What have I done to my machine? Have I done something to my machine? Oh, I hope not. Oh, look at that. No, I have. I've done something to my machine. Oh, that's concerning. That's concerning. 1 second. Bear with me. Bear with me. Have I got something caught in my machine? Let me try again. This is the weirdest thing. No, see, that's, why is that okay? Yeah, look, that's fine. Right, I'm switching my plates out. I think I've done something wrong with my plates. Right, let's do one. Like, watch this, watch this. Does that go through? Yeah. That's weird. That's very weird. So you've got your outside edge on that one. I started to have a panic then. I was thinking, what's happened to my machine? So there's your outside edge. And then you pop this piece on, right? So it doesn't matter how close you've got. You can pop that one down. But now I think I would tape that one. I would tape that one. That might be a little bit off because I've gone quite close to the edge. But it's fine. How did I, what? I'm going to put one in at a time, I think. Because that doesn't normally happen. You see me cut a million times. There we go. It does. That's what I did. It needed to be extended a bit along the edge, didn't it? That was my bad. You know when you keep looking and you're like, no. So that's that one. That's a little bit off, but that's fine. You can get the idea. And then the orange one, which I partially cut because I went into panic, didn't I then? I was like thinking, what's happened to me platty green? There we are. You stay like you are. Actually, I'm going to have to tape you just to make sure you don't move. Then there's that one. In we come. Piece of cake. There we are. That's that one. We'll build these all up, right? So you can see. Just peel that off gently though, because that's a fresh piece. Then that will sit behind there. Then that will sit on there. I mean, obviously mine isn't layered properly. And then you can put one more, which is your centre. And then you can put centre in the middle of this. Let's pop that on the edge there. And take that one off. And then that's that one. See, I'm just thinking about trying to get through so much. I'm being overzealous, aren't I? Overzealous. Run that one through. Piece of cake. There we are. That happened to me last week. Who's saying that? Is that Lorraine? That happened to me last week. My die was too close to the edge of the plate. There we are. I knew I was doing something wrong. Now that, I know it's the same colour, but you can then lift that one up. All right, put your sentiment in the middle. Let's pop that around like so. I'm not going to sit and glue it all because I'll be here all night. And then that will go like so. Hang on, that's that one and that one. And then that one just sits like that, yeah. And then that one will sit in the middle, and you'll line yours up way better than me. And then that one, you'll raise that up, okay? And that simply is all you need to do. Now you could also cut a second one of these, and then you can have it as a card base. See that? So you can repeat that and have that as a card base. So that's that one. Let's move all these bits. Look at the mess I made. It's everywhere. And I haven't taken all the bits out of my dies either. So bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. And I'll put all the hearts in there I need to keep. Let's get these bits. And I've got one more die in there. And then I've got my scissors over here. Let's get all this out of the way. And then we'll go for the next one. Because the next one, well, the next one is the one that we can stencil. So the next one is this one. All right, so it's this one. So let's take this one out. You don't need to see me mat and layer, but I'm just going to take the middle one. Just take that one and then pop that one there. I don't need that plate as well now. I was definitely panicking, thinking, I put a wrong plate in there. I never put, not that I never do, but it's unlikely that I put a wrong plate in. So we're going to take a piece of card now. This is where I think I'm going to go white card, and then I'm going to cut this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And I'm going to show you how this cuts. Now, obviously, you can put your outside cutting edge on yours. You don't have to, but you can. So you could cut this directly into your card base. When you put this on, right, this is going to go over a lot of humps, all right? And when I say humps, when you try to turn it, it will go boom, boom. If you can, if you have the room, turn it a little bit. Turn it. So I have got the room on here, so I can turn that so it's not quite straight. And then you put your die down to make sure it's all under. And then we run it through. And you'll hear the cuts. There you go. And that's cut. I can tell that's cut. This is beautiful. Looking at the comments, there's loads of comments. Lisa, I don't think you know what a mess is. Oh, well, can you tell what I'm like though? Look, it's cut all these bits out as well on the back. Now you can go back in. So if you're right, I'll tell you something. If you think yours hasn't cut, take it out and turn it over and do exactly this. Tilt it again, put it in and run it through again, all right? And I'll show you what I mean. And then what happens is all of those bits fall out, all right? And it just, there you go. You can see by doing that one extra pass, look what's happened. They've all started to fall out. Literally. Let me go around here. Oh, I've used 160 card here. That's why. I thought I picked up the 250, but I haven't. I picked up the 160. So now, the only time you might have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery is in the tiny bit in the middle, because obviously that's the centre part of your machine. Let's take those bits out as well. I'm going to have a lot of tidying up to do for me. And then pull that out. Come on. There you go. So now let's bring in a piece of brown actually, because it's going to show really, really well. So there's your die. Look at that. So if you want, you could paper piece that very easily. You could also snip into this. Honestly, snip into that. cut these pieces off along the edge. Let me show you. So I've got a little bit still in there. Can you tell that I don't like messy crafting? You can cut off like this. See what I mean? Just snip down. Snip down. And then you can do this all the way around. Sounds very bizarre, but just bear with me. So take these off, all right? You can easily shape those, badly shaped by me, of course. But you can just cut that off, or cut that piece off like so, and actually cut all this off. And I'll get all the big bits off so I don't get in a muddle. Can you see already? I just snip around that one, just like so. Move that out of the way. You can be a lot better at this than me. But you can start to see how you can use this as a flower in its own right. Now, if you did this in black, with what we're going to do next, you'll see how cool it will look. So let me just snip this off. If you've got the time to stay with me. What's the time? Oh, I've got loads of time. Well, not loads of time, but I've got time. And then let me cut that off. Cut that off. We'll cut that one. Obviously, you don't have to do this. You can just keep yours as it was. I'm missing all the comments. The rose is pretty, isn't it? Super pretty. Paper piecing is your friend on this, without a doubt. And then that one here. So now, what I can do, if I want to, I shouldn't have used 160. I picked up the wrong cardstock when I cut this. And then let's just come in here. So try to say something a little bit weightier than 160 if you're cutting, because it will get a little bit floppy. That's that. Obviously mine aren't straight. And then I will go in here. I will go like that. Then I'll cut down there. I'll cut in here. Again, you know it's not perfect, but you've got an idea of where I'm going. So straight away you've got the die that you can cut all these pieces out with. And then I'm just going to clean this out. So let me bring you back to the number one while I do this. I'm going to bring my bin in, bring my big bin, and I'm going to just literally tap these out because I want the die. Tap these out. Of course, they're not going to come out quickly and easy, are they? Because I want them to. And then that. I need to do this because I can't stencil otherwise. Let's get my pokey tool. So I'll just chop these all out. And then we can use this as the stencil. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. Just quite a few of them. Sorry. I'm getting them everywhere except for the bin. Of course. Around here. Just check. Got some little ones up here. I don't really need those out, but I'd like to get them out. One over here. Let me just, I think we're all nice and clean. So that's that. Clear this down. Clean ship is a happy ship. And then all those bits. Or I won't be able to do what I need to. So pop those out the way for a minute. And pop the bin out the way. So now we can pop this back on here. We're going to bring in, actually, let me put that back. I'm going to put them in. I will clean it because I know what I'm like. Let me just pop those in to that one. And I can move that here for a minute. And then I've got this. So now I want the Ultimate. Pop that back down here. Where's my Ultimate? So nice being in the studio though, because I've got like access to all of this stuff. What have I caught on there? What have I done there? Oh, One of my foam pads got caught on that. I have to clean that as well now. Right, put those over there. Here we go. So we've got our tacky mat. And then we bring the die in, a piece of cardstock. I'll turn you to the overhead in a minute. Pop that down. So now we can put the die down and put you to camera 4. So now we've got the die down. You can tape yours down. Well, I would actually recommend taping it down. So tape it down. And then we'll do this side. But then we'll have to move the tape. And we've got to move the tape because we need to do inking in the other areas. So all you do is this is where you can use your blending brush. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Blue and a yellow. So let's start with the yellow. And I'm going to go in all these spaces. I'm literally going to do it all with yellow. And then what we'll do afterwards is we'll go over with some other colours. All right. Now, I'm not going to be too fussy on this for today because obviously we don't have that much time because I want to do the Wisteria as well. And I'll just turn that around and get all these bits. And this is where your stencil brushes do come, or your wonder brushes do come into play, because actually they cover quickly. Pop that over there so we can do this bit here. And then we'll move that bit up here. Am I making sense? We can all say the same for our craft area compared to Lisa. Honestly, do you know what? I am so funny about my area. Like if Danny or Lily came in here, I would be mortified. And I can't leave a Friday night. Danny comes to collect me, but I can't leave until I've cleared it all up. I couldn't come in to a messy room. Can you guys do messy room? Can you leave it and come back? Because I can't. I've moved that slightly, but that's okay. Yes. Oh my goodness. This gives me palpitations. No. And let me change out my wonder brush. Hi. Oi from U-boat. What am I missing? What am I missing? Am I missing people? Apologies if I am. Right, so in the middle here, I'm never going to get it all lined up perfectly, but you'll see here, I'm going to come in with the pink and it's going to go all over those leaves, and I don't really care. All right. And that's fine. Just keep that in the middle. All right. It's fine. Just blend out on these outer edges. Just around here. So this is another way of using your dies. I love doing things like this. And then we're going to come in with the blue. And actually, I'm going to use a little stencil brush for this. A little one, she says. She's picked up the biggest one. This is Deep Ocean. So I'm just going to see how much blue I've got. And then on the leaves, you can then, if you want to, obviously I'm not taking care doing this, but you can come into your leaves. Obviously, you've got to press harder simply because you've got loads of layers to go through, as in, you know, it's really thick because it's metal. And then you do all your little bits. And again, I'm just random. So I'm not worrying where this lands. It's going to land on that yellow around the edge. What is that? I've got, oh, the comments are going too quickly. Somebody's ordered to clear up. Anyway. And then if you wanted to, wouldn't normally, but if you wanted to go in the middle a little bit darker, you could quite easily do that. But let's move those now, and I'll show you what I mean. So now look at that. So now you've got that stencil, right? So if you had this in black, oh, do I do it? Where's that? Which way does that go? That goes like that. So if you had that in black, that will sit over the top. Do you see what I mean? Oh, shall I do it? Do you know what? I can't not do it, can I? I I can't not do it. Let me bring that in again. So if we got a piece of black card, I know it's got ink on it. I don't care though, really. This is really thick black card though. I'm a bit worried about this thickness, but we'll try it. Let's try it. Yeah, if I don't clear, I don't have a clear mind, and I can't concentrate. Like when me and Lily do our videos, I literally have to clear before I do the next one, because in my mind I'm like, no, I can't do that. Right, so I'm going to pop this in. Now I haven't cleaned this, which means my plate is going to be dirty, which is going to play havoc with me, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, all right? So we'll run that through because I want you to see this, because it does look super cool when you do it in black. Do it, do it, do it. Honestly, I'm just going to, that's going to be tricky because that is like 300 GSM. So this is one I might have to do that turning over thing. Let's do it. Let's do it. I haven't even looked. I'm just going to go for it. Oh my goodness. And I've got to remember which plate's dirty. You have such bad influences on me. And I think it's moved, but hey. Right. Let's see what's happened. Let's see what's happened and how much of a difficult job it's going to be to get the bits out. I don't think it will be too bad, to be fair. Right. Move that. There we go. Oh, actually, look at, oh, that's even better than last time. And actually, the thicker card has worked better. So if you cut your frame out as well, look at that. Isn't that beautiful in black? Just like that. If I put that down there, stunning in black. And then I'm going to clean this. All right, as much as I can. I'm going to get that bin over again in a minute. Actually, in my bin, I've got an old tacky mat thingy. So I'm just going to scooch it all onto that, and then I can put it in the bin. Right. This I can sort out later because I've got to wash it. Cannot not wash that. Could put that somewhere safe. So now what I was saying, I bring this back in. Hopefully it makes sense. So you've got that bit of stenciling going on there. Obviously yours will be tidier than mine. And you've got to line it up. So I'm looking at this leaf here and it's got a point there and I can see that point there. So when you lay that down, look at that. Oh my days. Oh my days. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me. Because I think that when you do things like this, you think, oh, I don't know, that's going to work. Oh, just look at it. I'm so pleased I did that with you. So pleased. Isn't the black stunning, Imra? Honestly. Thought so. I knew you'd like that. I knew you'd like it. So honest, when you start looking at things to buy, just really, really, really think outside the box. And don't panic about your die cutting machine like I do. Because there's always a reason. And my reason normally is because I've done something wrong. And I actually had. So I'm going to put all my dies back because obviously I'm going to have to clean up every single thing. Now also we got the white bit that went with that, haven't we? Where did I put the white bit? Here. You know, and then I think they might make your eyes go funny. But can you see when you offset as well? Just offset a little bit. Because you've now got the black frame. Honestly, you really can do so many things. So get your stash out. You see what I'm saying now? This is why I don't like discontinuing anything. So that's that one, all right? So I want to see, if you've got these at home, I want to see samples in the group. And if you haven't, and you do get any of these, honestly, that you think, what on earth was she thinking? But then when you do that, just game changer, isn't it? Just game changer. And obviously I was really lacking in care. Hi Joe, nice to see you here as well. Honestly, it does look like I was lacking in care, but I wasn't, I promise you. Last one we're going to do is this. Honestly, this is yet another one of those that you're going to go, I'm going to get it out. And if you haven't got it, get this because it's beautiful. And this one on black is awfully lovely. Awfully lovely on black. So use your interference inks with this one. It's got 7 stencils. I did do a reel on it when it came out, but obviously, and a video, but obviously the lovely Facebook has got rid of everything, isn't it? So that's gone into the ether somewhere. Right, so let's bring in a piece of white cardstock. I'm actually going to bring in a bigger piece than I normally do. And I've got my trimmer here. Oh, look, here we go. Got my trimmer. Let me just have a little tidy up. Right, it's Paola's dies. Let me put those over here. The ones I've just used are going to go here. Let's get rid of that plate because I don't need cutting plates for what I'm going to do next. So let's now trim this cardstock down. I think I might have told you this before. This cardstock was the cardstock I was given because they cut it all at a skew-whiff angle. Yes, and it's a really skew-whiff angle. It really is. So put that away for now because we're going to need that again in a minute. Bring this in. Now we're going to bring in some different colour inks for this. So I'm going to pop this just around here, like so, tacky mat. We'll get stencil number 1. And then we'll bring in a green ink. And I'm going to bring in Woodland Moss. I love this colour. And actually, let's use our stencil. Let's use our wonder brushes tonight. It's actually encouraged me to get them out again. So wonder brush, yellowy green colour on there, literally all over. Take it really, really fast or as slow as you like on these. And this is a GL, so you can absolutely trim this down. If you don't want it a DL, you can definitely trim this one down. But this gives you such a good result quickly. May I please have the hashtag for the number for the rose die? The rose die is the large traditional framed rose, and the SKU number is LHC CD 0104. Oh, right. Yeah, Chelsea has sorted that out for you. It's the large framed traditional rose. She's a good egg, is our Chelsea. There we go. That's stencil number 1. This comes together quickly. Stencil 2. Now, stencil number 2, right? I'm going to go in with a yellow, but I'm going to leave. No, I'm not. I'm going to put the lid on there. I'm going to go in with the yellow and I'm going to go with the blue. So which one was my yellow brush? Oh, goodness me. Anyway, yellow. And I'm going to go all over these leaves. That was definitely the pink brush. It doesn't matter. All over here. It's like muted that yellow a little bit, but no, it hasn't. I've picked up Juicy Pineapple this time. That's why, because I was doing a video earlier and I had, what did I have out? I had Pina Colada, and this is a very different colour. I was thinking, oh, that doesn't look very Pina Colada-ish. It's got like a warm or orangey tone. So that is the reason why, because it isn't Pina Colada. Right, here you go. Leave that on. Just leave that on for a minute. And then get your blue brush. Get your blue brush. You're welcome, Joanne. And come over your yellow with that blue. I've not even put any more colour on yet. And I won't until I need to. I do now. Just going to take what's in the lid. I'm going to come down here. We're going to go really random. We don't want this looking too kind of perfect. We want it a little bit abstract-y, if you like, as terms of colour goes. So I'm not really paying a lot of attention to where it goes. There we are. Beautiful. Number 2 is number 3. Number 3, it's under my brushes. So number 3, again, I'm going to go, let me think, oh no, that's too green. I'll find a green that's too green. Tacky mat is really tacky at the moment. And then we're going to have the margarita. Now, I'm going to use the green brush that I used for Woodland Moss. So I've got a little bit of that colour on there still. And I'm not going to stress it too much. I come over here and you can see I'm going all the way off the edges here. It doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. And down here. And this is one you definitely don't need an embossing folder for. An embossing folder for, because this just speaks for itself. I've missed a couple. It doesn't matter. I'm going to come back in with the Woodland Moss, pick up a bit of that, mix and match a little bit. There we are. So you're going to get all these different tones coming through. And as you can see, I'm literally not stressing about where that ink goes. I'll lift that up. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful already? It's just so lovely. Now, can you see why there was ones I didn't want to get rid of? Now, this one gives you all of the veins. I don't want the veins. I just don't want them today. And then I want the Wisteria. So I'm going to bring the Wisteria in so we can get rid of the green and the other colour for now. And the yellow. And I've got these brushes here. So let me find one of my most favourite colours. Oh, I'm not a purple person, but Spice Plum is just a really warming, beautiful colour. So I'm going to bring in a little brush for this. And I'm going to do all of these. Wait till you see this. It's just such a lovely, lovely, lovely purple. Just over here. Again, just literally pop that down there so it doesn't move. It's going to cover all these areas. So you can see what I mean. The Wonder brushes are equally as good for your blending inks. And they cover quickly and easily. And then just over here, and a few bits down here. Look at this. Wait till you see this. This is like magic. Isn't that magic? Just love it. Just love it. And then this one is your little tops almost of your leaves. So I'm going to come in. I know I shouldn't really, but I'm going to come in with Sweet Violet. I should really do a brown or something. Oh no, should I? No, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a burnt ochre. Now you probably don't see me use this very much. It's a cracking colour. It's a burnt ochre on all these little bits because it will give it a little bit of separation. So this is quite mustardy, but it will give us that split between the leaf and the petal down here. I know I'm running late, guys. I know I am. I'm trying to get through a lot. Just think it's good that you get to see it all. And I said to you I'd try and do more demos, didn't I, on a Friday. It's very hard though, because I try to get through too much sometimes. But if you're happy, so you can see that now. It's looking so lovely. And then the last one. And this is where I'm going to bring in the Sweet Violet. Okay. Which brush did I use? Did I have a little one? Was it a little one I had? I think it was. Doesn't matter anyway. Sweet Violet. So this is a purple. So you'll see that it's different to that Spice Plum completely. But it's gorgeous. And you know, like on a Wisteria, all the leaves are a bit different, aren't they? Come down here. Now, if you wanted to put the veins on, you could have put the veins on. I just didn't want to. I sometimes quite like the simplicity of not. Stop making a mess. Let's now put all these brushes back. Can you imagine what it's like for poor Danny living with me? Honestly, I'm slave driver, I am. Okay, let me bring you back for a minute. I'm just going to put my ink back so I don't get into a pickle. That's that one, that's that one. Yellow. See if my ink's going all the yellow, pink, orange. Burnt ochre goes in here. The blue goes down here because it goes with the other blues. And then we've got the two purples. We've got the spice plum and we've got the violet. Right, I'm happy now. And that will go in there. Put that in here. Right, let's flick you back. What am I like? And there's a trimmer. And that's what we want. As you're more than welcome, Sherry. It's just really nice to be able to do it with you. So let's just take this last one off. Oh man, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? How beautiful is that? Now, what I love, I'll put that back on there. Again, I've got to clean that as well. I've got a lot of cleaning to do. A lot of cleaning. She says she's not going to do it all tonight, but I reckon I'll end up in here tomorrow trying to sort this lot out. Let's leave that out of the camera shot. Get these out of the way, and then I'll be good to go. My head will be clear now I've done this. So now we trim this down. Now you can keep it as a GL, don't have to do anything else with it. But isn't this just stunning? Now, if you just want to have it on a regular size card, let me bring a black piece of card in. You can tell I love black with anything really. So now we can pop it like so. Let's just trim that off for you so you can see. We'll trim that to, what's it about? Trim it to about there. Okay, and that needs to be trimmed down as well. Just a little bit. So as I said, you just don't need, I mean, it always looks lovely with the embossing folder. However, you really don't have to worry too much. Thank you for your lovely comments. So straight away, there we go. Right, so if you want it smaller, you can do it like this and have a look like that and say, maybe I want a smaller card. I don't really like the larger cards. I like mine smaller. Honestly, just honestly, it's so lovely. Can you see why I've been struggling about what to retire? I don't want to retire anything. I really don't. So I'm just going to show you everything again on the overhead. So we've got this one, which is the one that I went into blind panic about, wasn't it? So you've got your frame. Think of that in blacks and whites. And then if you wanted to, you could have cut this out using the die to cut the aperture out, giving you that beautiful frame. And then we had the next bit down, which sat in the middle. And again, use your inky backgrounds, do whatever you want. So you've got that beautiful frame, okay? And then we've obviously got that ridiculously gorgeous wisteria. And then this die, I mean, come on, this die, we literally stenciled through the die and then we cut the die out. Now, if you'd used the aperture, it would have been a lot better. But then we pop that straight over the top. Now, remember, you'll still get a white line around it because you've got all the die elements. And you pop that straight over the top. And then, obviously, there was this one. Oh, let me take the tape off. I've not taken that bit out of the die, but you get the idea. And then we've got those. And then if you want to, you can just cut it out like so. And if you pop it onto a piece of black card, you could then trim out the back. Or what you could do even with this one now, You could paper piece back in different colours. Trim these off the edge. Couldn't you? Look at that. Yet again, another gorgeous card. Hiya, Claire. So hopefully you got something out of tonight. I said to you about that, didn't I? I said it would be a long one. I tried to get through a lot. Well, there's loads of comments. I can't even keep up with them. I'm going to have to go back and have a look. So as you can see, QR code is there. You can scan that with your phone. If not, just go to our website and go to the Friday Night Live category. Or what I'll do is I'll just give the names of everything very briefly before I go. And then I will let you go for the evening. And then I will just announce a winner or two winners. So Danny can get you, or Adam can get you a gift card out. So we've got the layering Wisteria background. Okay. We've got the large framed traditional rose. We've got the circle ornamental. We've got the trellis flowers. We've got the trailing leaves. We've got the For You inset square duo. We've got the square ornamental. Sorry, I've got all ink on my finger. We've got the modern florals A6 button blooms. We've got the Lily of the Valley layering stencils, and we've got the Cosmos border layering stencils. So hopefully you found something you liked. Not too much, I hope. So I do like keeping these in stock. However, I can't. So let me reveal the winners for this evening. And that is Jane Tapling on Facebook and Rob on YouTube. So you two have won a gift voucher to spend, and then you can absolutely fill your basket up if you want, or save it till you see something and get yourself a bit of a discount on it. But yeah, both of you, if you could put a note in the group, hey, I won Danny McIntosh, and we will arrange for your gift card to come out sometime next week. So that's it from me. Whew. You so love Fridays when I demo. I'm trying to do more and more and more. I'm trying to get more content out to you. You know, me and Lily do reels 2 or 3 times a week now. I've got another brilliant one coming out on Sunday. So get your stash out, get crafting, and get posting in the group. We're going to be at 33,000 members in the group very soon, and then we'll be doing a super duper giveaway for that as well. So have a great weekend, everybody, and I will see you. Is it me or Paula on Tuesday? Can't remember, but if not, I will see you next Friday anyway. So have a good weekend and see you later. Bye. Bye.